Hello, fellow homeschoolers and guitar friends. Hope you're all doing fine. Welcome to a homeschooling homework special today. I kinda announced that in one of my last videos. And today's topic is how we can enhance songs that are played on the acoustic guitar, singer-songwriter style, by using alternatives to the standard chords, the so-called cowboy chords. So what are these chords? I would say it's those chords that are located here in this area, the first 3 frets, and these chords that we learn when we start playing guitar. And so on. I'm pretty sure you all know these chords. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with these chords. In the right context, they can be perfect. But I made the experience that, especially when it comes to nice singer-songwriter songs that are supposed to touch our soul, they're not the perfect fit. I think there are chord voicings that serve the songs much better, and this I want to show you today. You know, sometimes it kind of makes me sad when I see people playing their own songs or songs they love, and they're doing great, maybe great lyrics and a great melody, but the chords they play on the guitar, they don't fit. I can't relate to that, and that's sad, because so it's maybe just a good song, but it could be a great song. And yeah, I hope this will be helpful for you if you're writing songs. I hope this can be a good input for you. Yeah, so I don't have a real plan how to do this today, but I have a concept in my mind. I thought that I show you some quite typical and common chord progressions that appear very often when it comes to singer-songwriting songs or songs that are played on the acoustic guitar. And then I want to show you alternatives to the standard chords, or how I would possibly play that. Okay, but I don't want you to get bored. Enough talking, let's start. Yeah, I thought maybe we're starting with a chord progression that has the F chord in it, because for me this bar F chord is always the weak point when it comes to this cowboy chord progressions. Why? Because you don't have open strings, and when you're playing C or G, you always have some open strings ringing, but then the F, it's not ringing like the other chords. Yeah, I'll show you an example. A progression F, C, G, A minor. nothing wrong with that. But yeah, could be better. And yeah, how about playing it like this? Sounds nice, huh? I think it's better. But maybe just my opinion. It's up to you. I think these chords, yeah, they touch my soul, and they arouse my interest when if I would hear someone playing and starting a song like this. It doesn't arouse my interest. It's, I wouldn't say boring, but yeah, it doesn't hook me. But if I hear like that, sounds more interesting for my ears. Okay, and there's another big advantage, I would say, because using these cowboy chords, they kind of invite you to play the open strings when you switch chords. I want to show you what I mean, and I will kind of exaggerate this, yeah? And personally, I don't like that very much. But using these chords, you don't have this effect, yeah? Okay, but you want to hear what I play, I guess. Okay, I'll first tell the tab notation and then explain it a little bit more. So instead of this bar F chord, I'm using this. And this one's 1, 0, 3, 0, 1, 3. Yeah. You have to use your thumb for doing this. Can take a while to get used to that, but it's not that hard. I'm playing the E string, first chord with my thumb. Then I have the open A string, ring finger, 3rd fret on the D string, open G string, index finger, 1st fret on the B string, and my pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string. Okay? So, now switching to the C chord, there's not much to do. We just put our ring finger on the A string, 3rd fret, and that's it. Yeah, changing from F. Our index finger and pinky rest on the strings, 1st fret, 3rd fret, and we're changing the bass, ring finger, 3rd fret on the A string. Okay. You can add your middle finger on the D string, 2nd fret, like a normal C chord, just adding the pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string. But I like that open sound of the D string very much. Okay, next chord, the G, quite easy. We're just changing again with our ring finger, going to the E string, 3rd fret, and automatically we mute the A string, and we get this. Yeah. If you release your index finger, you have a wonderful open sounding normal G chord. Sounds better than the normal chord, oh? Okay, because the A string is kind of disturbing here, I think. And then instead of a normal A minor, I'd play A minor 7 with this added pinky on the 3rd fret of the E string. Yeah. So the whole thing is, it's easier to play than the normal cowboy chords, because the switching is so easy. F, now just moving ring finger, just moving ring finger, and now middle finger on the D string 2nd fret, and that's it. And a really big advantage of these chords is you can make pretty easily wonderful embellishments that enrich and enhance the whole thing. So just giving you examples. This was just an example. I'd invite you to explore this a little bit for yourself. But for example, this F chord I showed you, making a hammer-on with your middle finger on the G string 2nd fret and releasing it again. Yeah. With the C chord, we can make embellishments by using our middle finger on the D string 2nd fret. So for example, okay, yeah, I think we go to the next progression. What comes to my mind would be, yeah, songs that are using G, D, and A minor and C chord. I think we all know that from our beginning of playing guitar. I think we all learned it. Song like Knocking on Heaven's Door. So the progression is G, D, A minor, G, D, C. Yeah, sounds okay, but how about playing it like this? I think it sounds better, huh? Yeah, so I want to start with the G chord. What I really like is this little trick, playing it like this. Which is, I'm using my thumb here on the 3rd fret of the E string. I'm muting automatically the A string. And then I have my middle finger here on the B string, 3rd fret as well. Yeah, wonderful open sounding G chord. You can add the high E string on the 3rd fret as well. Very nice G chord. But this little embellishment I'm doing here is with my index finger and my ring finger on the G string, 2nd and 4th fret. So you can make a hammer on, for example. Yeah, it's just a hammer on with my index finger on the 2nd fret G string. You can go with your ring finger to the 4th fret. Yeah? Or just like this. You can explore that by yourself. Yeah, the next chord is the D chord. And I think it sounds pretty cool when you're going from G to D, playing a D with an F sharp bass. I think it sounds better than going just to a normal D chord. Okay, the same here as with the G chord. You can do a lot here with your index finger and ring finger playing on the G string, 2nd and 4th fret. When we go to the A chord, I would use this A7 chord with the added pinky on the 3rd fret of the E string, as we had this before. And now for the C chord, it's much more interesting going just instead of playing just the C chord, using the C that I showed you before. Or you're going from the A minor 7 to the C. So what I'm doing here is I've got the A minor 7, yeah. Then index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string and ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. And you can keep your pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string as well here. It's just an alternative to this B chord. Yeah. Or what I really like, I think it's nice sounding, is this one on the C. So when you're coming from what is this? I've got my middle finger, 3rd fret A string, index finger, 2nd fret D string, and my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. Yeah. Now, pinky goes to D string, 4th fret. You release the pinky again and make an upstroke on the G string and playing the D string as well. So it rings quite nicely into each other, I think. Okay. Do I have any other ideas? Yeah. For this progression that I just showed you, when you sometimes it's kind of a turnaround in songs, going from the A minor to the D chord by playing A minor, B, C, and D. So. And then going back to the root of the song, which should be G. Yeah. But you can play it like this, for example. So what I'm doing here is the A7 chord with the added pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string, going to this chord that I already showed you. So index finger, 2nd fret A string, ring finger and pinky on the 3rd fret B string, E string. C, so middle finger, 3rd fret A string, index finger, 2nd fret D string, and your ring finger and pinky just stay the same. And then this wonderful open sounding D chord, which is just a normal C chord, but 2 frets higher. And here you can also add the pinky, in this case high E string, 5th fret. okay? And I made this little embellishment. Maybe you're interested in that as well. Which is this little melody here on the high E string between 2nd and 3rd fret. Yeah, and yeah, at the end, just a very simple thing that you probably know if you ever learned playing Oasis Wonderwall, but adding this high E string 3rd fret to the chords can sometimes do the job really well. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you did know that. Okay, my friend, I hope that I could give you some tools to experiment with, and hopefully you find ways to enhance your songs or the songs that you love to play. And yeah, wish you the best. If you think that I earned your subscription, that would be very nice and make me happy. And see you soon for another episode of Homeschooling Homework. Bye.